Welcome to the Hall of Heroes.
On August 22nd comes an unprecedented global fan event.
Hello, everybody. It's all DC all the time. DC fandom is unlike anything you've ever seen before. I'm actually standing inside a stage that Jim Lee himself drew. How incredibly cool is that? It's crazy, right? This worldwide mega event is for DC fans across the globe. So, DC fans, hola, mi gente. Guten Tag, meine Freunde. We've got exclusive footage, insider info, the latest DC news, and huge announcements.
You know what I'm talking about.
There's no way that I could come here and not bring a look at the movie.
There's so much cool content to look at.
That was a really special episode.
Designed just for you, the absolute DC fan. Amazing!
There's something that I can show you.
Exclusive content!
Stuff that seems impossible ends up becoming possible.
I'm beyond excited to be sharing this moment with you guys.
Awesome.
Hang on tight, because we're about to whisk you around the DC fandom. You guys ready? Let's get this thing started.
DC Fandom Hall of Heroes. All fans welcome. 24 hours only. August 22nd. And there's only one place you can experience it at dcfandom.com.
Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Are you feeling charitable? Then smash the subscribe button and the like button, and please do follow moi on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. Did you see that? The latest trailer, if my voice holds out, for DC Fandom coming August the 22nd. But did you see a very important thing? Andres Pachetti saying he has one thing to show us. I think that's Michael Keaton. I may be wrong. Or is he going to show us something that's maybe been shot already? I don't know. I don't know what he's going to show us. And there's an article from Screen Rant I'll read out to you a little bit later on that very, very thing. So that's exciting. And there's another thing. There's that exclusive announcement thing with that top secret file. Big announcements for movies and TV shows are going to be announced. And I'm certain one of those things is J.J. Abrams' Superman movie. I can't wait to hear about all these things. But after we saw this magnificent trailer for DC Fandom, we also heard some very interesting, curious news. And Screen Rant are explaining the situation to us. Mystery movie panel removed from DC Fandom. DC Fandom shovels its schedule around splitting the event and removing a mystery movie panel, replacing it with one for the Flash TV show. A time slot that had been reserved for a mystery movie panel at DC Fandom has been filled. The virtual convention released an updated schedule this morning and announced it would split the event into 2 dates. All the Halls of Hero events will take place on Saturday the 22nd. But the Watchverse, Kidsverse, Uverse, Funverse and Insidersverse panels have been moved to Saturday, September the 12th. While the star of the show at DC Fandom will be the film panels, the event will cover all aspects of DC entertainment, including TV, comics, and video games. The schedule starts with a highly anticipated presentation of Wonder Woman 1984. Director Patty Jenkins will be in attendance, as will stars Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, Pedro Pascal, and Kristen Wiig. There's also the Suicide Squad panel with James Gunn and a Justice League Snyder Cut panel with Zack Snyder himself. The Batman is getting its own panel too, with director Matt Reeves in conversation with Aisha Tyler. When the DC Fandom schedule was first announced, there was a curiously empty slot reserved for a secret DC movie panel in the Hall of Heroes. Now that mystery has been sold. It's been replaced with the panel on the Flash TV show before DC split the event. The Flash panel had been scheduled as part of the Watchverse. If it had stayed in the category, it would have been moved to September the 12th, which was never going to happen, of course. With the switch to the Hall of Heroes, the panel receives a more prominent placement and gets to stay on August the 22nd. There is still one mystery left, though. Something called Surprise DC Comics Panel is scheduled for the Hall of Heroes events. The only information DC has provided about the panel so far is that it will last 20 minutes, even though it's called a comics panel. It seems odd. DC Fandom would keep the announcement of a new comic a secret and place it among a slew of TV and movie content. Given the secret movie panel was replaced with a TV one instead, there's still a chance the mystery panel could turn out to be a new film announcement. I believe that to be so. However, removing the surprise movie panel could just be a bait and switch on DC's part. If those watching aren't expecting a new movie to be revealed, they'll even be more surprised when it happens. Of course, it's entirely possible DC decided not to announce the new movie at this time for whatever reason. The event is already going to be packed with reveals and content, so a new film announcement would stand a better chance of making an impact at a different time. No, don't agree. However, DC's plan won't become clear until DC Fandom finally happens this weekend. Right. They're kind of billing this to media as DC Fandom being split in two. This is the thing. All the stuff on September the 12th is kind of irrelevant to people like me and people like you. We are still getting the film panels. We are still getting the main meat of the sandwich. Is it a pay-per-view event, the second part of DC Fandom on September the 12th? I don't know. But listen, it's stuff that's kind of immaterial to us. It's very exciting, behind-the-scenes stuff and all of that. And if it's available to me on dcfandom.com like this is, for free, I'll absolutely swallow it up. If not, I'll feed the information to you on December the 12th, and we'll do a few bite-sized videos, so I wouldn't worry about it. You're not going to miss a thing. But the whole point is that the main crux of DC Fandom is still happening this Saturday. One of the issues was that having all this stuff on the same day means that you could miss other panels, and because it's all going to be digested in one day and not rerun. I know they're rerunning panels during the 24 hours, but after the 24 hours, you can't re-watch them. So I think they realised that was a bit of a mistake, and it's such a big event, and so mistakes are going to happen. But great by AT&T and Warner Media to fix that. Now, what about this movie, this surprise movie panel that's been removed? Listen, did you just see the trailer I just said? Did they say big announcements? Did they have a file full of top secret? Yes. Did Andy Muschietti just say he can show us something, right? This is all happening on August the 22nd. I don't want anyone to be confused here with what's happening on August the 22nd. August the 22nd is the event we've been looking forward to for weeks and weeks. You are having nothing taken away from you. We are going to get these massive reveals and massive announcements. I personally don't know why they removed that panel and replaced it with a Flash TV show panel. I don't think it's been replaced. I think it's been removed because they're going to give it to us on the day. The scheduling's interesting, and it'll be very interesting that, you know, the surprise DC Comics announcement is an interesting one as well. My main thing is the live action stuff, and that's what I'm saying to you. We're going to get all the live action stuff. The Batman, Zack Snyder's Justice League, you know, the Suicide Squad. And I believe big projects will be announced. Now, because we saw the folder in the trailer, because we said we saw and heard the huge announcements thing, I do believe big things are going to be announced on Saturday. So be prepared for anything. As for it being split and the September the 12th thing, the DC Kids thing, are you really interested in that? No. You people watching this video and interested and hyped for DC Fandom is for the live action stuff that matters. And everything is going to be referenced and catalogued this Saturday on August the 22nd. And that couldn't be more exciting. So, I'm going to read this article about the Flash movie. The Flash movie first look confirmed for DC Fandom. Fans will get their first look at the long-awaited Flash movie at this weekend's DC Fandom event, as director Andy Muschietti reveals. by Rachel Labonte. The Flash movie first look is confirmed to arrive this weekend at DC Fandom. Ezra Miller's first joined the DCEU as Barry Allen, the Flash, in 2016 when he had 2 brief cameos in that year's film. It wasn't until 2017 when the Flash got a proper role in Justice League with the promise of a solo film to follow. However, progress has been slow going on the Flash, with the release date getting pushed back several times and different directors taking over. Currently, the Flash is on track for June 2022 release date, and it actually seems like progress is being made this time around. This Saturday marks the first part of DC Fandome, a virtual convention designed just for DC fans. It was originally envisioned as a 24-hour event, but the organizer opted to divide DC Fandome into 2 days, with the second taking place in September. Altogether, it'll feature a guest list of over 300 names and panels for DC's biggest upcoming movies, television shows, and everything in between. Miller is already confirmed to be one of the DCEU stars in attendance for Saturday's Hall of Heroes, and the Flash director and Andy Muschietti will also be on hand. It isn't clear what will be shown during the Flash panel, but it has been confirmed that there will be something exciting. I think it's Michael Keaton, but be ready for anything. As part of the DC Fandom Hall of Heroes trailer, Muschietti can be briefly glimpsed as part of the Flash's panel. Exactly what he's talking about remains to be seen, but Muschietti does say there is something I can show you, indicating fans will get their very first look at the long-awaited Flash movie this Saturday at 2:45 p.m. on the official Fandome site. This just leaves one question: what will be shown on Saturday, as the Flash has yet to begin filming? It seems unlikely that it could be a trailer. However, Miller could provide some in-character footage for fans. Still, it seems more probable that Muschietti's first look comes in the form of concept art or perhaps even a new costume design for Barry. Regardless of what actually gets shown, it will probably still be exciting for fans, since it will be the first official look at the Flash's solo movie. In addition to the first look, the Flash's panel at DC Fandom will hopefully reveal some new details about the story. It's already been confirmed that the Flash will adapt the famous comic story Flashpoint, wherein Barry travels back into the past to save his mother from being murdered and ends up disrupting the fabric of reality. Fans have awaited a long time for Flashpoint to be brought to the big screen, so any new teases about what's to come will surely be welcome. Yet, fans of the Flash only have to wait a few more days before they see what's in store. 2 days, baby, to DC Fandom. This is one of the most unique, intriguing panels. This is a Flashpoint movie, baby. There's nothing more exciting than that. Flashpoint, Eobard Fall, the Reverse Flash, Barry messing with the fabric of time, and we've been told that Michael Keaton's Batman from 1989 and 1989 and 1992 will be reprising his role as some kind of burnt-out Batman. And because the timelines changed, it makes it possible for him to meet Ezra Miller's The Flash. That's brilliant, especially for Ez, isn't it? After rumours of being sacked and nonsense like that over an April Fool's joke, Ezra Miller is very much still The Flash, and that is absolutely rightly so. And this is my theory. I think we are going to... Look, this Flashpoint panel is very intriguing to me because we still don't know who this cast is. I think the cast will absolutely, almost certainly, be announced. And this is going to be a very interesting time. Now, we all want Kirstie Clemons to, keep her role of Iris West, right? Because she got the role. Zack gave her that role from the very, very beginning. She is in his Justice League movie. Don't forget about that. She is in Zack Snyder's Justice League. So she's there. They can't mess around with this. She has to keep this role. That's something that I'm insisting on. That would be a deal breaker for me and something that would really upset me. For Kirstie, is it Kirstie or how do you say her name? Listen, very important. But yeah, this panel is very, very exciting. He's going to show us something. He's going to reveal to us stuff. We're going to get a cast list. He's going to talk to us about the plot of the film. I think he's going to tell us, like he's already told us, that this isn't a copy and pasting of the Flashpoint graphic novel, and I'm fine with that. I think Andy is a very, very talented man, and I can't wait to see what he's doing. I think he works with his sister very closely, She's been doing a lot of talking to fans online as well on social media platforms. So that's very awesome, epic and exciting as well. But this is one of the most exciting things for me, as well as the top secret big announcement reveals. That's exciting, and all the other panels and trailers and casts being there of different films like the Suicide Squad, the Batman, Flashpoint is very, very big, very important. Be prepared to find out everything you need to know about this movie before they start shooting at the end of this year or next year. And the Batman returns to filming in September. Yes, some of the trades tried to tell you it was delayed till next year. Never going to happen. They found everyone in the entertainment industry, apart from the BBC and BBC Wales at Doctor Who, have found a great way to go back and continue shooting. And it's going to happen. Matt has restructured some beautiful sets in the Warner Brothers studios, and basically you're not going to be able to tell when you actually watch the movie. I just can't wait to see the footage, the trailer, to have Robert there and to have Matt Reeves there as well. And then there's a Shazam panel as well. Me and my nephews and nieces were sitting in here in my room, special treat for them, rewatching Shazam. It's a great movie, and kids and families absolutely adore this film. Sorry, haters, it wasn't a flop. It made more than it cost to make. It's brilliant, and I can't wait for Black Adam. We're getting a Black Adam panel as well. So much to look forward to this Saturday. So don't be confused about the split. It's immaterial. It's stuff that us people, fans of the live action universe, don't need to worry about. This is still going to be an absolutely prominent day in the history of Warner Brothers, Warner Media and AT&T and DC. They're taking DC to another level. And after you and me hear these announcements finally, we are even going to be more pumped than we was for this fan event. What they have done is amazing. It's fantastic. And I don't care what news Feige and Marvel come out with. They cannot top what AT&T are doing. How excited are you with just 2 days away? I nearly said 4. 2 days away. I can't get any more excited for this event. Obviously here in Europe, very unsociable hours. I will be awake. I will be here to absolutely feed you everything. It may be really dark when I'm doing my videos. I may have to whisper a little bit, but you're going to have to bear with me because I will do anything to bring the information and the news and my excitement to you. We're all going to be a part of this great fan event all over the world, and it's absolutely free on August the 22nd. Comment down below, like, share and subscribe, and have no doubt, big things are happening. My fellow DC fandom.